It started subtly, a flicker in the corner of my eye. I'd be brushing my teeth, and for a split second, my reflection would still be smiling when I had already stopped. I'd shake my head, blame it on being tired, on the fluorescent lights of the bathroom playing tricks on me. But then it happened again. I was trying on a new shirt, turning to see how it looked from the side, and my reflection stayed facing forward, staring right at me, its expression unreadable. I froze, my heart pounding in my chest. When I snapped my head back to the mirror, it was mimicking me perfectly again, as if nothing had happened. I started to get obsessed. I'd spend hours in front of my bedroom mirror, testing it. I'd raise my right hand, it would raise its left. I'd jump. It would jump. Everything was normal. I almost convinced myself I was losing my mind. Maybe the stress from school was finally getting to me. I tried to talk to my mom about it once. I said, "Mom, have you ever felt like you're not really in control?" She just laughed, ruffled my hair, and told me to get more sleep. My friends were no better. They thought it was a cool idea for a horror story, not something that was actually happening to me. I felt completely alone. The small discrepancies became more frequent, more bold. One evening, while I was doing my homework, I glanced at the mirror on my wardrobe door. I was hunched over my desk, chewing on my pen, but my reflection was standing up, walking around my room in the mirror world. It picked up my favorite book from my nightstand, flipped through the pages, and then put it back, all while I was sitting perfectly still. A cold dread washed over me. It wasn't just a trick of the light anymore. It was real. It was learning. It was studying my life from behind the glass. I started covering the mirrors. I'd throw towels over the one in the bathroom. I'd taped newspaper over my wardrobe door. I even turned my compact mirror face down in my backpack. But it was like trying to hold back the tide. I'd catch my reflection in shop windows, in the dark screen of my phone, in a puddle on the sidewalk, and every time it was doing something different. Once, I saw it talking to a reflection of my best friend, laughing, while the real me walked past alone. It was living a better version of my life, a more confident one, a more popular one. The fear was constant, a knot in my stomach that never went away. I stopped sleeping much. Every time I closed my eyes, I'd see its face. My face, but with a cold, calculating intelligence in its eyes that I'd never seen in my own. I tried to avoid my own reflection at all costs. I'd wash my face with my eyes closed, get dressed in the dark. My room became a cave, shrouded in sheets and blankets to block out any reflective surface. My parents thought I was going through a phase, some kind of teenage rebellion. They had no idea I was fighting for my life. One night, the power went out during a thunderstorm. The house was plunged into darkness, except for the occasional flash of lightning. I was huddled in my room when a particularly bright flash lit up everything. For a single, terrifying second, I saw it. It was no longer in the mirror. It was standing on the other side of my room, by the newspaper-covered wardrobe. Another flash of lightning. And it was closer. It was wearing my clothes. It had my hair, my face, but its smile was all wrong. It was triumphant. I scrambled backwards, my voice caught in my throat. I couldn't scream. It took a step towards me, its movements perfectly silent. It didn't walk like I did. It glided, an unnatural smoothness to its motion. "It's my turn now," it whispered, and its voice was a perfect imitation of my own, but cold, hollow. It reached out a hand, and as another flash of lightning illuminated the room, I saw the mirror on my wardrobe door. It was clear of any newspaper, and inside it, I could see my room, but empty. The real horror sunk in. It wasn't just coming out. We were swapping places. My hand touched the cold surface of the glass behind me. I had backed right into it. I felt a strange pulling sensation, a dizzying lurch as the world twisted. The creature, the other me, just stood there and watched, that horrible, victorious smile never leaving its face. I felt my fingers slip through the surface, then my arm, my whole body being drawn into the cold, silent world behind the mirror. The last thing I saw before I was pulled all the way through was my own reflection, my doppelganger, turning around and walking out of my bedroom door. I heard my mom call my name from downstairs. Honey, is everything okay? And I heard my own voice answer back. Everything's fine, Mom. Just the storm. But it wasn't me. I was here, trapped. I banged on the glass, but my hands made no sound. I screamed until my throat was raw, but no one could hear me. On the other side, in my world, I saw it live my life. It laughed with my friends. It hugged my parents. It even did my homework better than I ever could. It was perfect, and I was forgotten. Just a ghost in the mirror, watching a stranger wear my face. Now, all I can do is watch. I see it, living, breathing, being me. Sometimes, late at night, it comes and stands in front of the mirror, in front of me. It looks at me, trapped in this silent, gray world. It doesn't smile anymore. It just looks with my eyes. And I wonder how long until it gets tired of this life. How long until it looks for a new mirror, a new person to become. So, be careful. The next time you see a flicker in your reflection, the next time it seems to move on its own, don't ignore it. Cover your mirrors. And whatever you do, don't let it out, because you might just end up like me. An echo in the glass. A story no one will ever believe.